Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome to the gun shop. Just when you thought SOPA and PIPA, we won, now we did it! They're back, but they look a little bit different. Now, it's not the exact same bill, and it doesn't go along the same guidelines or what they are saying that they're targeting here, but it's more or less along the same lines. They're looking to collect information without your authorization to take personal information, and as long as they can justify it under this new bill, which is called CISPA, then they are going to be able to use it against you legally without your permission, and requiring all companies' websites within the United States to provide the government with the information, to not only provide it but to collect it. This law, this bill rather, proposed bill, which is it in Congress or Senate or whatever? I forget. Whatever. Anyway, it's being proposed. CISPA stands for Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act. And basically, it allows or requires, I'm not sure because I haven't read the bill myself. I just came across this article and I was like, oh, let's get it out there so people are aware. And then when I have time, I'll read the bill like I did with SOPA. So, with respect to this, basically the premise of it is that the companies, U.S. companies, whether it's your internet providers or actual websites that are owned and operated in the U.S., will collect your personal information, everything, anything that you put on there, any instant messages, any text messages, anything that goes over cyberspace can be collected and stored and then turned over to the government. As long as the government can say that it's for security reasons, it'll be turned over. Again, these bills look to circumvent the normal routes of legal procedures, which is, I get a court order. Here's my proof. Here's the proof that I have. Now I need the court order to turn it over, and they usually say yes. But these bills notoriously look to circumvent those routes by saying, oh, well, we suspect that it's for security reasons. Oh, well, under the bill it just says as long as you have probable cause, you don't need to go through the court systems. You'll just order them to turn over all the information. So you're talking about personal addresses, cell phones, credit card information, any personal messages. Oh, hey, baby, yeah, I really like that. Will you do this to me? Ding, 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 ding. Boom. They can store it all. And I don't like this either. Again, I don't have all the details on this, but it's reeking, and I'll give you a link to a video that's actually showing right now, and they have an expert or whatever, whether she is or not, I don't know, but she does talk about it and how it does threaten I guess the freedom of speech. It's just like everything that you say, sure, you can say it, but we're gonna record it, we're gonna watch it, we're gonna store it, and if we need to, we're gonna use it against you. And we're going to compile it all. It's like, the way I look at it is like data. Data for any particular event can be used to prove something. At the same time, the same data can be used to disprove something. It depends on what you show and what you choose to omit. And that's what I look at as a cyber information. They can choose to ramrod you if they wanted to, based on just saying, oh, well, this is what we're collecting. We didn't collect the rest. They ignore it. Oh, we didn't come across that, whatever. Very bad, but the bottom line is, it's a huge invasion of privacy. That everything that you do online is being monitored and stored. I'm not saying it is right now, but that's what this bill is looking at. So, and for those of you that are like, oh, well, I'm outside of the U.S., it doesn't really matter. Not so easy. If you remember, Mega Upload, not U.S. company, actually arrested by FBI. It's Interpol, International Police. If you think that because you're overseas or outside of the U.S. that you're safe from it, it doesn't work that way. A lot of the legislation, laws, and everything like that interconnect countries in this world. They interconnect, and when someone has a criminal there, they will automatically get that information. They don't care. A criminal's a criminal in their mind. If you're a piece of crap and you did something you shouldn't have in another country, they'll sell your ass. They're not going to protect you. They're like, oh, well, he's from Canada. We're not going to give him up. We're going to protect him. No. They're like, whatever. You did something wrong. You got proof. Get out of here. You know what I mean? So if you do something, and many of us outside of the U.S., I'm from Canada, many of us around the world outside of the U.S. use U.S. websites, YouTube being the biggest one. You know what I mean? If you do something on there, everything you do, every comment, everything that you do, technically could be stored and used against you. And if you think that you're safe, you're not. Nowhere outside, probably other than maybe China and Russia, because they would hate, they're just like, oh, I don't care. We're glad that they messed you up. U.S. But everyone else, they'll sell your ass. You're not protected anywhere outside of the U.S. And then if you use U.S. sites, you're going to be looked at. You're going to be reviewed and under the scope. So this is the new big bad SOPA 2.0, CISPA, the bigger, badder, uglier cousin. It's time to mount up. Take a look into it. If any of you get any other articles and we take a look at this, I think it's an important one. We cannot allow these sort of things to just go unnoticed. If they're harmless, fine, but at least take a look at these things. We can't just allow politicians to keep submitting these things. As exhausting as it is, we have to make sure that nothing gets slipped under the wire and like, aha, boom, it's done. You weren't paying attention, world. Now it's done. That's it, CISPA. So anyway, I'll put a link to it. You can take a look at it. It's a little news article thing with a guest of cyber intelligence, spacey type person. She's a lady. Yeah, check it out. Anyway, that's it. Later.